So guys, a lot of people these days they're asking me this question, what is the future scope of performance testing? Okay, how is my future? People especially who's getting started, their careers, or they're 4 to 5 years and then they got another opportunities in other fields. So they're asking this question, what is the future of performance testing? Okay, so luckily or unluckily, like I've been, in this field of, the training, I get to talk to a lot of people, and I get the sense of how it is going, where it is going. So the people who doesn't wanted to hear the whole of this video, I would give this answer in one word. Okay, the performance testing is here to stay. Okay, so don't worry, it's not going anywhere. The performance testing will continue to happen. There will be same demand, and the demand will be more for performance engineers. I'll give you the reason why. But anyways, luckily, as I've told you, I'm in the field where I'm getting in touch with a lot of people, and it's just that I'm lucky enough. So these SREs, very senior, senior positions, done it all, seen it all kind of guys, working for good companies at a big positions. I happen to talk to them on the regular basis. So I talked to a couple of SREs. Both of them told me the same thing. You see, Kumar, everything is being cloud, everything is being moved into cloud these days, and we all know that. Okay, even the banking, leave about the core banking, except core banking, everything else is moved around it. Whatever the applications are is being moved into cloud. We all know this. Okay, so only the old applications, they don't wanted to touch it. They're still on prem, but all the new applications which are built, most of them are cloud. I handle in an year at least 6 to 7 projects, and all of them will be cloud, honestly speaking. The new ones, the old ones which are already there, they are like little tricky. Some of them are cloud, some of them are on prime, that's a different story. Anyways, so this SR is saying that everything is in cloud, and everything is like in the CI/CD pipeline, we know that. And almost you have these tools like Dynatrace, almost every or any other APM tool being implemented by most of the companies. So, or almost, I wouldn't say all of them, but most of them, and they have these features called real-time monitoring, okay, and synthetic monitoring, okay, synthetic monitoring, okay. So because of this real-time monitoring, what is happening is, with the single user or whatever it is, they're getting the real-time performance, using these tools. And what this gentleman that I was speaking is, no need of performance testing. This is the cloud environment, and then the environment can be changed just like that. In the cloud, and then with this monitoring, okay, uh, spelling is right wrong here, okay. So uh, then immediately we know, the main functionalities is performance is up to mark or not. And if it is not up to the mark, immediately we are raising the concern, and the bottlenecks are figured out and fixed, and then the code is being pushed again into the production. Okay, so this is what they're saying. And I don't work too much in the cloud. As a performance tester I've worked, but not on the SRE or a engineer, or a developer. So he was saying that in the cloud it's so easy to change the instances, or move from one environment to another environment, or make changes the same environment to another environment. That's what he was telling. I don't know how much is the truth in that. Never investigated, but since he's a very senior guy, I believe what he said. So he said that just so quickly everything is happening. I don't think the performance testing have the same significance anymore, as a lot of people are moving into cloud and implementing this SRE roles, as observing a lot of these SRE people, then the significance goes down, is what he was telling me. Yes, there will be performance testing maybe for the very first release, but once the application is already into production and every day there are changes happening, okay, so the significance is not that much anymore, because the new code is being developed, pushed into the production, and then if there is any change in the performance, immediately the tools are going to identify it, and then it will be reported back. Okay, so yes, there will be some performance testing, but not as much as before, where uh, now usually what happens, you have a performance testing for release 1, and then release 2 again it will be there, release 3. So like this, for every release there will be performance testing. But what he's saying is, the very first time you have the performance testing, and after that, it will not be that much, because it's all happening in the production itself. Okay. And one more thing, what he was telling is, I mean, the current systems, you have this production support people. Generally, these support people, or if you haven't known it, I worked with a lot of people. They have an Excel, and then they have 10 queries or something like that. Okay, and ten Unix commands. Okay, so in that Excel sheet, they say that, queries, whatever it is. I'm very bad with spellings, but please ignore it if there is any spelling mistakes. Anyways, so they just take, if there is issue one comes, like production support one, the basic support. So issue one comes, they will go ahead and run that query, or they will go ahead and run that Unix commands. These are the production support people. I mean, there's not too much of technical work, but they have certain things, and it will be going on. Okay. But okay, now with this SRE being implemented and all that, there will not be any production support people. There are SRE ops people. Okay, so this SRE ops is, they're basically performance engineers. Okay, so it's not just about running few commands and then doing that, but there are issues coming out on the real time. They have to do the engineering stuff, get it done and get it fixed. Okay, so there will be all these production support people will be replaced by these performance engineers, which they will be calling it as an SRE ops, which is already happening right now. There's a lot of SRE ops positions open, and in the next, I think, 1 year, you guys will be hearing a lot about it. Want to scale up, and even Isha Training Solutions is working. We have the skill set to take this course, but we don't want to jump into the market too early. Okay, when there is a demand, we will be implementing it. Okay, so there will be a need of a lot of performance engineers. So whoever is the performance testers right now, I advise them to scale up on this engineering part a lot. Yeah, I think most of the people would have observed, if you're in the market attending interviews, nobody is just asking about performance testing. A lot of people are asking a lot of questions on the performance engineering. This stuff is already started, you would have known it. Okay, but going forward it will be more, and there will be a lot of position for SRE ops. And now is the time to scale up and become good performance engineers, so that you can take up the roles. Again, this is after doing, this is not my research on from the internet. This is from a people talking to the knowledgeful people in the market. Again, I could be wrong, I could be right. If there is any very experienced guy who are into SREs and implementing everything in the cloud, DevOps, the whole project is with the CI/CD pipeline, their application in the cloud, and they're doing an SRE role. If you think whatever I said is wrong, please let me know. I'll completely, I mean, immediately pull out this video. But this is based on the research I've done, talking to multiple people. So most likely it should be right. Okay. But anyways, so this is what it is. So yeah, start scaling up on the P. But coming back to this, whatever this gentleman who has talked about it, saying that the P team might not have any significant role anymore because of what is said. Okay, I think still that part is wrong. This part is could be still right. Okay, where instead of production support people, we have the SRE ops operations, and their basic skill set is performance engineering. This could be still right, because I spoke to the other people. They said yes, the SRE ops is becoming popular, and for that PE is essential. Yeah, along with the DevOps knowledge and cloud knowledge and DT. I mean, any APM knowledge that is required. Okay. Anyways, so why I think is still wrong is, okay, whoever for which the application is so important, the performance of the application is so important, whenever they are pushing the code into production blindly, they would want to do the performance testing, not on the production. Okay, but on a lower environment. So if they have to do the performance testing on lower environment, okay, which is the performance testing environment, or staging environment, or pre-prod, or whatever it is, okay, on the lower environment, they cannot do, unfortunately they cannot do it. They cannot do this since real-time monitoring using DT, because there's no load on the lower environment. On the production environment, there is a natural load coming from the actual customers, but on the lower environment there isn't load, because it's a lower environment. There is no production, there is no real users, there is no real user load coming to the lower environment. So again, you would have to create that load, which happens again using the tools like LoadRunner, Jmeter, or whatever. Okay, and then you can, then you can use, obviously you can use the Dynatrace to figure out the bottlenecks, not with the real-time monitoring, but the actual monitoring. Okay, so I still think whatever we are doing, if the performance is very important for the client, they just don't want it to take any risk, pushing the code into the production without even doing the performance testing, or without caring about the performance of the application. Okay, so it doesn't happen. That's what I'm saying. I mean, what I meant to say is, for any client where their application performance is important, they just don't want it to push the code into production just like that without doing any prior performance testing. And if they wanted to do the performance testing on a lower environment, then the natural load coming from the actual users will not be there, which means that they have to rely upon the tools like LoadRunner, Jmeter to create that load. So I still believe that the performance testing is nowhere to go. It is there, but even more, this is becoming more and more important. But again, all the performance testers now, I believe, they have to start learning performance engineering, cloud concepts, okay, one APM tool, okay, and definitely DevOps, okay, because all this makes the SRE. And performance engineering means you have to have some knowledge on either Java or Python, or for whatever the application is developed in. Okay, that's what performance. So you scale up on all these things, which is not difficult. Okay, then you can become an SRE or SRE ops. Okay, and then there is a huge money for these guys. People are asking me, Kumar sir, I want to go into maybe cloud, maybe DevOps, or there is this machine learning, artificial intelligence, and all that. Boss, in the SRE, people are earning huge money. The people that I know of, nobody is earning less than 35 lakhs, 40, 35, 40, 45. So this is a happening thing, guys. Just scale up on all these things that I'm asking about. Okay, a lot of material is available on Udemy. You can get it from there, or Isha. Even our institute is providing some courses, or all of these courses. Except DevOps, we are providing all of it. Or in fact, the DevOps is also there as a part of Cloud PE in DevOps, in our course. So we are coming out with the SRE course at the Cloud PE in DevOps that Isha is offering. Okay, this is in DevOps. So this is an SRE, almost very close to an SRE, or basically it's an SRE course itself. Okay, so it's an SRE course itself. So you can take that and then scale up on the APMs, and then core Java is not difficult, guys. Anybody can learn it, and there will be a lot of people just for 3,000, 4,000, or 5,000. They can sit with you probably for 1 hour, and they teach the concepts and also make you practice. A lot of people in the market, and performance engineering, we are actually giving the trainings. Okay, so start looking into it. Don't And then, and chaos engineering as well. Okay, I'll add chaos as well here. Okay, so yeah, so this is all will make you SRE. Okay, start learning one by one, little by little, and start moving into it. And don't worry about the security. Even if you're just in the PT, it is there. Don't worry about it. It is there for the life. Not at all a problem. Okay, but you just wanted to climb up the order and start looking at the salaries of 40 or maybe more, then start learning this. Okay, so DevOps is not too difficult, cloud is not difficult, APM is not difficult, chaos engineering is easy peasy. Okay, P maybe little bit, but again, Java maybe, yeah, you can learn elsewhere. And as I've told you, like very cheap people give you. So learn from there, and PE come to us, we will teach. So yes. This is what the thing is. Okay, finally coming back to this, again, I'm not selling my courses, guys. I'm just telling you the roadmap to 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 become completely technical, make huge money, and then make yourself stand out from other performance testers. That's what I'm giving the route for. You need not have to believe what I say. Go ahead and do all your research, talk to somebody who is elders. If you know any SRE people, go talk to them. Okay, most of the SRE says the first to become an SRE, PT and PE is the steps. developers also is becoming SRE, but very few developers. Most of the SREs right now in the market, they would have done PE at some PT and PE at some point of time. That's what I am getting to hear. Okay, I'm talking to a lot of developers and they're asking SRE. They are different people. We don't do SRE. That's what a lot of developers are telling me. Then I got this picture that yeah, most of the SREs that I speak to, they are PTP, and that's why I know them. And now in the market as well, this is the first step to become an SRE or SRE ops. Okay, SRE ops is easier than becoming an SRE. So either target for this one, or target for this one if you have a higher ambitions. So anyways guys, this is the knowledge I've acquired in the market. I did my research. I've put my logical thinking into it, spoke to my trainers. Based on this, I came out with this. Again, as I've told you, if any of your SREs or senior guys, or any CTOs looking at this video and then think that whatever my understanding was wrong, or something needs to be changed, please tell me. I'll upload this video immediately and do the enough research based on your feedback, and then try to spread the knowledge. Thank you again. Take care. Bye bye.